Are you ready to supercharge your email marketing and skyrocket your launch results? In today's video, we are going to dive into the amazing world of email segmentation so that you can get better results for your launches and promotions. And hey, if we haven't met, I'm Lisa Cartwright, online marketing coach, and I love talking about all things email marketing, human design, and automating things inside your business. And today it is going to be an amazing video. So imagine sending the right message at the right time to the right people. This can be the difference between a mediocre launch and an amazing, successful promotion. Are you ready? Let's dive in. So I have been personally using email segmentation in my business for about 7 years. And I cannot tell you how powerful it is when you just send the right message, the right email at the right time to the right people, and how much of a difference it makes in converting them into buyers. Because when you segment your email list, not only does it mean you're only talking to the people who have literally raised their hand and said, I want more information about this, it also increases your open rate and your click-through rate because you're no longer just sending a blanket email to everyone on your email list. This means that you can get to customize your messaging and just get to the point that the people that you are sending your emails to actually want to hear. So if you're wondering what email segmentation is, it's pretty simple. Depending on the email platform you're using, you may have the ability to just simply create a segment and label it. Now, segments can be based off of multiple things. It could be based off a group of forms that you've created and you're just like, I want to create the online business segment. Or maybe it's based on purchase history. So maybe you want to only keep track of people who are currently inside your membership. So maybe you might have current members, and that could be a segment. No matter what it is that you're doing, the way that a segment gets built largely depends on the actions that you're tracking, and make sure you're tracking, and what it is that you actually want to do in the future when it comes to your launches and promotions. In particular, when it comes to launching, we really do want to segment our audience based on people who have shown that they're actually interested already for what it is that we're looking to promote. As I've already discussed, the benefits of segmentation can include higher open and click rates. Who doesn't want that? I don't know about you, but every single time I do a promotion or a launch, I create a segment specifically for that so that I'm only speaking to people who are really ready to hear that information. Now, you may be familiar with Evergreen funnels, and part of the Evergreen funnel process is having very clear segmentation. Now, I cover that in more detail inside the membership, but I really just wanted to make sure that you understood the power and the benefit of having segmentation in place, particularly when it comes to launching or evergreen funnels. The other thing that it does is improve your customer engagement. So remember, we talked about the right message to the right people at the right time. Now, who wouldn't want to receive a message that was very timely, right? Think about the actions that you're tracking inside your email list right now. Based on that information, that can also provide you with some ideas around offers that your audience actually wants. I'm a huge fan of tracking all the things to the point that, as you'll see here, I have got so many tags inside my ConvertKit account that they have reached out to me and said, hey, Lise, you probably want to start culling back some of these tags, particularly the ones that aren't in use, so that your system runs a bit faster. So that's what I do. Every email that goes out to my audience, whether it's my welcome sequence, whether it's my daily email, it has the opportunity to track. And what I mean by that is I have a ton of tags that start with click. And what that means is that someone has taken the action of clicking on a link. So here are some examples of what those tags look like. So I'll have a click tag applied to someone who clicks on a sales page. So it'll say click, name, and then sales page, right? So offer, sales page. So that's how I use that. But I might also track clicks if someone clicks on a YouTube video, a blog post, or a podcast episode. And then I will have that, rather than being a click, it will go to an interest tag. So it'll say interest, and then it might say email marketing, interest, human design, so that I'm just constantly building up this data bank of people who are taking action, so that when I'm ready to open doors to my Cultivate membership, for example, I've already got a list of people who are interested in email marketing, human design, and online business coaching, because those are all the things that we go into detail inside Cultivate. So however you are setting things up, you want to make sure that you're tracking all of the things so that you have the ability to segment super easily. Now, of course, you can segment further if you are collecting additional data about your audience. So if you're collecting demographic data, of course, you can segment based on that. Typically inside ConvertKit, or Kit as it's now called, you can segment based on the date that someone joined your email list, the location that someone joined your email list from, those types of things. So that's kind of the data that is tracked inside your email platform, but you might also be collecting additional data. So whatever that looks like for you, just make sure that you've got the segment set up. An easy way to set up segmentation is to think about your content pillars. So these are typically your long form content that you're already writing about. And as I said, I've got email marketing, human design, online business, and I've just got general marketing as kind of my content pillars, so that when I'm sharing a blog post, or I'm sharing a YouTube video, or I'm sharing a podcast episode, I can choose some of those buckets. So that's a good place to start. The other thing that you probably want to cover is your actual offers. So I do this with purchase tags, but it could also be part of that interest list. It could also be part of your sales page clicks, right? So however you want to set up your own segmentation, just make sure it makes sense to you. So I want to quickly show you how you can go about easily segmenting and setting that up inside my email platform. And again, I'm using Kit. This might look a little different for you. So I'm going to switch to showing my screen and let's dive in. So I wanted to quickly just show you a couple of different ways that you can segment based on what platform you're using and just how you might think through this. So inside ConvertKit, or Kit as it's now called, is the option to simply click here where it says, just below where it says add subscribers, and then you're going to click on create segment. So I'm going to bring that up first because I don't want to share any private data about people. So let me do that. Okay, so when you have got your kit open, as you can see here over on the right hand side under add subscribers, you can come along here and you're going to click on create segment. When you do that, it is going to pop up a different window, and in that window you can choose your segmentation options. So once you have this up, you're going to go ahead and create segment name, and that's going to be whatever is relevant to you. And then you've got a few different options. You've got the option to select your subscribers, and so at the moment it's selecting everybody. And then you can choose to say whether all things need to be met, as in they all have to be in the same options that you're going to choose, any or none. And so I typically recommend that you choose from here, and you can go subscribed to, and this could be forms, sequences, tags, or products. And again, the products are going to be set up here inside ConvertKit. So for me, I typically am going to do this based on tags, and then I can bring this up and there's so many different tags. So I would definitely be searching for them, and you can choose as many tags as you want. Then you can add another filter, add in forms, sequences, all of those things. And then you can also add a filter group, which basically excludes anyone from that particular catch-all, they might have that tag, but you might also want to exclude lots of different people. At the end of the day, this is going to be very personal to you. So you're going to need to figure out how you want to go ahead and do that. But I'm going to show you a couple of examples of my own segments so you can see how I've set them up. So this one here is current customers. Now, this is something that I have to keep updating because I use a tag to track purchases because I'm using an external platform to do this. So you can see here, I've just added in all the purchase tags, and sometimes I have to add in some product tags as well. I used to use Teachable. So if you're using an external platform like Teachable, Thinkific, any of those, they integrate directly with Kit. So all I'm doing here is saying any of these purchase tags and then any or subscribe to this particular product. That is current customers. Now, this is not 100% current because I have not updated this for all of this year. I've been a little bit slack, but I just wanted to show you how you can, there is no limit on how many tags that you can go ahead and set up. So that is setting up a segment. And that's just one way. The other way is to create multiple tags. And I do this because, like I said, I'm tracking purchase tags, I'm tracking interest tags, and I'm tracking actions like clicking on something. And then what I can do with that is inside my broadcast email, that is where I'm segmenting further. So I wanted to quickly show you what that might look like. So for example, if I was doing a sales email or a promotion email, what I would do here is there's two ways that I can kind of segment. Inside this actual email, I can come in here and I can personalize some of this content based on a tag. So this is where the tags are super helpful. So you can see here in the string, and let's see if I do it this way, it might be easier if we separate it. So basically I can come in here and say, okay, so if they already have this tag, then I want them to see this information. Then if they don't have that tag, then I want them to see this information. Now, this is super helpful for the emails that I send during a promotion because I send daily emails to any of the people who choose to opt out. I can put the opt out tag here and then I can put something relevant to them, and then everybody else would see the call to action. So that's how you can kind of start to segment within each individual email, but you can also just simply segment at the sending process. So I'm just going to go and put like test email, and then once I'm ready, I'm going to click on continue. Once that has done it saved, and I'm just going to continue. You do want to make sure you change your broadcast, and then it says send email, and then it's asking me the question, who do you want to send this to? And so here is where I can segment. And so what I would do is click on add a filter. I would change that probably to be any, and then I will delete all subscribers. But I'm going to come in here and I've got some options. I can either do it based on a tag or a segment. You'd have to set your segments up first and you have to have your tag set up. But I would come in and go, do I want to do it based on a form, a sequence that they might be subscribed to, a tag, or a product? I personally tend to use the tags. And if I wanted to do something to just sales page clicks, so let's say I really wanted to get in front of the people who were clicking on the 1K lab. So I'm going to go 1K lab again, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to click add filter and I'm going to remove all subscribers. And you can see here it's saying, great, 62 people are a very small, clear segment. And now I can send an email directly targeting and speaking to them just about the 1K lab. So however you choose to segment is entirely up to you, but I wanted to give you some options based on how you might use this and based on what it is that you're doing, particularly during a launch. I'll see you in the rest of the video. Okay, so now that you've got an idea of how to go about setting up segmentation, it's time for you to go and set this up for yourself. So remember, if you're coming up to a launch or you've got a promotion that you're wanting to get even better results from, I encourage you to segment your list. Now, the other thing that I wanted to say is that obviously you are more than welcome to send your launch emails and promotion emails to your entire list. However, you might find that when you do this segmentation, you're going to see a much higher buy-in rate from the people who are getting the right message at the right time. Now, that doesn't mean that you still can't let your main audience know, but you would just have two separate emails that you might choose to send out. So one might just be a general doors are open, you can join, here's all the details. And then another email is going out to the segment, which is more of the nurturing content, the stuff that people need to know before they buy. And so in that way, you're speaking to the people who are basically your ready to buy customers. And then the final thing that I want you to remember is if you're going down the path of segmentation, don't forget to also clean your email list. So, based on all of the new rules for email marketing, it is ideal to remove cold subscribers every 30 to 60 days to ensure that your email list is truly clean. Now, before I remove any cold subscribers, I put them through a re-engagement series. So again, this is based on a segment. They're clearly identified as cold subscribers. And I put them through a re-engagement sequence, which basically just sends 3 emails that just says, hey, I noticed that you haven't opened my last emails in the last 30 days because that's typically when someone goes cold. And so I just give them another opportunity to re-engage, right? Re-engage. But if they choose not to, at the end of that process, which is 7 days, 3 emails over 7 days, then I have it set to automatically unsubscribe them. Now, at the end of the day, people will come back into your world. I celebrate unsubscribes because we are not here to speak to every single person on this planet. And I just want to talk to the people who genuinely want to hear from me. I would definitely encourage you to also make sure that you're cleaning your email list on a regular basis to increase the chances of people seeing your emails every single time you send them. So there you have it. A very simple way to leverage your existing email list and get better results out of your launches and promotions. So in our next video, we're going to dive into what it looks like to set up an email funnel. In other words, how we can automate getting sales every single day. I'll see you there.